this absurd story. We've had a former Labour Special Advisor now working at the TUC who was featured on an ITV broadcast about how mothers are struggling with high costs of living. Turned out to be Mika Minio Paluela, who was seen on Wednesday's News at Night programme last week doing the washing up while speaking about the soaring water bills and how it was so tough if you're a mum. Turns out that Mika is actually a trans woman. So, not technically speaking a mum, because a mum is a woman, right, but has a baby, born male, we're told, and now has posted a picture of breastfeeding the baby that belongs to Mika. Let's be politically correct about this, claiming to be breastfeeding. Now, I'm not quite sure how you can breastfeed when you are born a man. Apparently it is possible with some drugs. Are those drugs good for children? Well, let's talk about this with Maya Forstater. She's the Executive Director at Sex Matters and joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julia.
You had the same reaction I had to this quite bizarre post. You responded by writing on Twitter, "A man is not a woman, a man is not a mother, a man having a baby suck his nipple is not breastfeeding." I mean, when you look at these stories, you see these tweets posts, and then, of course, you're immediately called a transphobe, obviously, as I will be called. Just tell me what you make of this story.
I mean, it's as simple as what I wrote in my tweet. Mika is not born male. Mika is male. Mika is a man.
Yeah.
And to have him on a story about the cost of water saying, "I'm a struggling mum," is just ridiculous. There are thousands of struggling mums around the country that they could have got on that story. He's clearly a man. And then the TUC tweeted that anyone who said that a man is not a mother was a transphobe. And Mika then posted that picture of himself sitting on a bus, apparently breastfeeding a baby, which is impossible.
Yes.
A man can take drugs and that can produce something like milk, but not enough to feed a baby. Any mother who's breastfed a baby knows that it's a matter of supply and demand. You need about a pint of milk a day for a newborn. And there's no reason why any man should be putting a baby to his chest and having the baby.
I mean, using it as a prop. Well, I mean, this person, Mika, has insisted that trans women can breastfeed. Again, there are certain drugs. Domperidone apparently is one of the drugs that can be used, but there's no long-term scientific evidence or trials about what impact this drug or any other drugs in changing the hormones could possibly do. Yet there have been cases where men have been able to lactate, but this is not, I mean, this is experimentation on a baby. I mean, we make enough fuss about children having breastfed milk or having milk, powdered milk. And yet someone's going, yeah, this is fine because it lets a man pretend that he really is breastfeeding. And this is the thing. If he'd gone on telly, if they'd chosen to have a trans woman on telly, I've got no issue with that, saying it's really hard for parents, got no problem with that. It's when they use words like, say things like born a male. No, you're born a male, you're a man, and you're a man forever, as you say. And when they use words like mother, we know what a mother is. We know what a mother is. A mother is a woman with a child. I mean, you can be an adopted mother, you could be a surrogate mother, but you're all a woman. When they take these words away from us, I'm a mother. It's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. It trumps everything else. It's the greatest moment in my life when my daughter was born. When they take these words away from us, they're stealing our identity. They're stealing our reality.
Absolutely, and they're breaking boundaries and doing something in plain sight that shouldn't be done. And there is no reason why a man should have a baby sucking on his nipples. And we know that for some trans women, for some men who think they're women, the idea of breastfeeding is a sexual fetish. It's a porn category. And to have the TUC and ITV say there's nothing to see here, this is perfectly normal, it's not safe, it's not fair. And then women who say this is wrong, as you say, get called transphobes and cancelled.
And again, he's welcome to live his life, call himself by any name he wants, wear whatever clothes he wants, does whatever he wants. Live your best life. I don't care, but we can't endorse these lies and this stealing away of what we are.
Absolutely. I mean, he's also posted pictures on Instagram of shopping for nipple clamps. I mean, if someone
Good
wants to
God.
wear nipple clamps in their private life, have at it. But to call that person a mother on primetime TV and have the TUC stand up for that, when the TUC has never stood up for me or any woman who's lost her job over talking about this. It's just obscene.
That's a very, very good point. Are you worried about losing your bank account though? Because we've seen Metro Bank as the latest case of an organisation which has been supportive of supportive over parents. It's an organisation called Our Duty, a group of more than 2,000 parents believe it's harmful for transgender children to undergo medical transition. So a majority view in this country. They've been told by Metro Bank they're not welcome because of their views. Are you concerned that this whole Stonewall diversity champions agenda is actually now hitting people, stopping them being able to actually run their lives and have bank accounts?
Yes, it's moving to everything. YouTube, bank accounts. Employers are still discriminating against people. It's trying to make it impossible for someone to earn a living and to be part of economic life.
Are you ever going to shut up about this?
Never.
Quite right. So you keep going. We are cheering you on, Maya. Thank you so much for everything you have done. Also, well, congratulations on your £100 payout for the outrageous treatment you had for simply expressing the majority view of people in this country. Maya Forstater, Executive Director of Sex Matters. You've got 10 seconds, Russell Quirk. I know you want to speak up.
That whole thing makes a mockery of motherhood. It's like me identifying as a magpie and strapping cardboard wings on, throwing myself out of a window to prove I'm a bird.
I mean, perfect. I mean, you've nailed it. You've absolutely nailed it. I think this is getting really, really sick and dodgy, guys. This is getting really, really strange. Russell, it's a pleasure having you on. I know everyone feels the same way. All the text messages and calls we're getting. He's looking very pleased. Up next, the latest headlines. This is Talk.